Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Jaws Podiatry. We find ourselves once again in our office-based surgical suite. We have several cases today we're going to be presenting. This is a young patient who has been battling multiple chief complaints for quite some time. Is this correct?
Yes.
How many years you would say?
Since my 20s, so 15 years.
About 15 years. The patient is not happy with the length of her second and third toes. The patient is not happy with some of the ugly corns, of course, right? And what we're going to go ahead and do today is we're going to transform, right, everything for the better. The patient has been anxiously waiting for this day to come around, and today's the day. Let's take a look here. I'm not going to touch the feet. They're already sterile. That's why they're a little bit dark, right? They're brownish in color, like she just got a really big suntan here in Miami. But as everyone can tell, second, third toes longer. The great toe, we're going to straighten the great toe is actually a little bit crooked. We're going to move it, out of the way. We're going to straighten that toe. You can actually see it a little bit more here. And I don't know if you guys can really tell because of the suntan, so to speak, but there's some really unsightly corns on the second, third toes, and also on the right here, right there, there's one. So this is going to be, a great case for a lot of great reasons. A lot of people battle the long toes. They're not happy. They're ugly. They're this or that, or even from a functional standpoint, them hitting, the front part of the shoe can, cause a great deal of pain. So we're going to put a stop here. We're going to get to work, and then we'll definitely, tag the rest of the video, which is the grand finale, right? Or the toe finale. So everything okay? Super. Let's get to work. Okay, so we're all done. Both procedures, both feet, left and right. You made it. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So I'm going to show you guys quickly, okay? The after, absolutely gorgeous. Second toe, third toe, and I'm actually holding it like this because we don't use any pin screws or plates. Now we're going to go ahead and splint the second, third, and the great toe, which was straightened. We're going to splint them accordingly. We use these very intricate and delicate splinting techniques, okay? So the end result, I'm just going to bring the foot like this. It's going to look like that. Following the rainbow, the parabola, the great toe is nice and straight. And then, I don't know if you guys can see underneath, my two fingers. It's my son. Hey, you want to be on a video? No? Okay, so I'll stay there then. So then we removed the unsightly corns there. Okay? So I will definitely post the after pictures as well, so everyone can actually see the transformation. We're videoing. Oh, thanks. What's going on here today? I love these transformations. At first glance, I think the patient kind of looked and was sort of, and it happens a lot, they're a little bit shocked because, in a matter of, say hour 45 minutes or so, we had a little glitch there. We're able to change the appearance of the foot for the better, of course. So for 15 years, in this particular case, the patient has been battling this mixed feelings, emotions, and now all of a sudden they look and they're just like, whoa, right? And it could be, for some patients, it could be very sometimes uncomfortable because it's overwhelming in a good way.
I'm excited.
It's uncomfortably comfortable.
Yes.
And I'm happy to know that you're excited. I mean, for all of the, aside from the bread and butter, right? The ugly corns that are now, as you can see, they're gone. Specifically for people that are battling these long toes out there, what would you say?
I would say it's worth it. I would say it's worth it.
Were you feeling any mixed emotions throughout the last 15 years? you can elaborate a little bit on that.
Yeah, I felt a lot of mixed emotions. I mean,
You can just so the world can look. There we go.
the appearance of the corns came over time. It was mostly the long toes that I was dealing with. I would say the corns didn't really appear until probably the last 6 or 7 years, and they were weird. Sometimes they would show a lot. It just, I don't know how it did that. Sometimes
The ugly corns.
Yeah.
But what about the long toes?
The long toes was really the issue.
Tell
for
me, tell us a little bit about that, please.
I caused a lot of pain when I would wear sneakers or shoes that would cover my feet, so I dreaded the winter because my feet would be covered the most.
So this is more of a functional problem.
Yeah.
And what about the aesthetics? Did it ever bother you?
Yeah, of course, the aesthetics bothered me. I mean, I guess for me, I'm married. My husband doesn't really care. It didn't really bother him, so that kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But sometimes it bothers you, sometimes it doesn't. It just does a weird thing. It just depends. Some days it would look more prominent, and some days it wouldn't.
I think Caesar can definitely attest to this. We have had many patients, believe it or not, that have come here, and you brought up you said my husband, right? Where even the patients don't feel comfortable showing their feet to their significant others.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a second. And Caesar's going like this because it's true. I mean, the stories, and that we've heard, they're very unfortunate. It's true.
Yeah, it plays on your psyche. I mean, honestly, no one knows I'm having this surgery, except for my husband.
Right.
And my family. Only 2 people in my family.
And if you don't mind me asking, why is that? Is it just something, obviously we know the obvious, right? It's something very personal, number one.
Yeah, and I think because I've hit it well over the years. And so I think people would be shocked that I was even having the surgery, or would think that I didn't need it. So
Historically speaking, a lot of people with it, if you were to say, hey, I'm having toe shortening, the first thing they'll say is, what are you talking about? Why would you? There's nothing wrong with your feet. And that's why I continue to stress to the world that it's something very personal. You don't, sometimes we're looking for acceptance, right?
Mm-hmm.
From people around us. The closest people, and those are the people that maybe will tell you, hey, there's no need for that. But then again, you made the decision, you made the commitment, the investment, and you said it before, you're really happy.
I am.
You can't put a price on happiness.
No, you
I've done enough talking for today. And Caesar's going. So I will definitely continue. This is a patient that came from out of town. You came from Georgia. So, we will continue to obviously provide continuity of care. We have a really robust, post-procedural protocol, procedures and protocols, including, making sure that we follow, patients very closely on a weekly basis. So that's all via telehealth, virtual teleconferencing. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to do this little video. I think it's going to really help, continue to, our goal is education, to educate the world that these procedures do exist. A lot of people out there have a lot of questions, and that's the reason why I ask these questions, for them to hear from you, the patient.
Yes, and I hope my procedure inspired someone else, because it was hard for me. I don't think my case was severe. I think I could have made it. I mean, I'm in my 30s, so I think I could have made it and just kept going on with life. So it was comforting when I found other people who didn't have as severe as an issue. It made me feel good, like, okay, I'm not crazy to want to make this investment to do this. I hope that somebody else can see my situation and feel like, okay, that's possible.
Fantastic.
And your staff is amazing. Your staff was very amazing. Holding me
we honestly, I would say we try our best, but we really don't try. It comes, it's natural, it's natural. The people that work here, our team members, the team that we have assembled, we just love what we do.
I can know that.
And of course, Caesar. What can I say about Caesar the Great?
Except me.
The Great. As always, we will continue to do what we do. We will continue to educate the world that these procedures do exist. And again, we will continue to educate the world that minimally invasive and aesthetic foot and ankle surgery does exist. As always, thank you for watching.